Hey, this is HQ. I just be out here sometimes. I swear. Sometimes I just be out here talking. I don't even know. This was the abracadabra. Cause somebody said the other day that men think just because they present their money that women's clothing disappears or their morals disappear. And it's not always the case, you know. Why do men think that they can buy women? You cannot buy women. You can buy their time. Hello, hey, hey. You can buy their time, but you cannot buy women. You cannot buy that loyalty. Some men believe you can buy affection or loyalty because society set cultural, personal experiences that think financial success is the most desired thing. And men think this way. Let's figure it out. Because of society, right? Many men, many cultures reinforce the idea that men should be providers. They just do, right? Some men take this to the extreme and they believe money is the be all and end all, thinking financial power gives them control in relationships. And that's really not how it goes because we're all subject to human wants and needs in relationships. True enough, money has been hooked to security. Woman is always looking for safety and security. Let's be clear about that. Women look for men who have money because money represents safety and security. The more money you have, the more safe a female will feel. Because I know if you have money, I know you can provide a home, a safe place to stay, locks, cars, security. These are the things that come along with having money. And this is why women look for men with money. It's not a matter of women just wanting money just for selfish reasons. Women want money for the basic reason of safety and security. Just imagine you not having any money. Just imagine a man having money. Let's put this scenario to work, shall we? A man who has money and a man who doesn't have money. What kind of life would I be leading with a man who has no money? The kind of life I would be leading with a man who has no money is this. I would have to worry about where I'm going to sleep. I would have to worry about what I was going to eat. I would have to worry about the next day. Would I be able to get to work? Will I be able to travel? Will I be able to get where I need to get in order to get other things done? This is the lifestyle of a person or a man who does not have money. It's not a matter of you buying the woman. That's our fatal flaw as women. Our fatal flaw as women is that we're always looking for safety and security, however that form is, right? And most men can provide that, albeit on a bigger or smaller scale. And that's the whole point. The whole point is, how much of financial security can you provide? You can be a man who makes 50, 60,000 a year and still own his own home, own his own car, have food in the house every day, all of these things. And that would be security for a woman. That would be security enough for certain women, right? So when people say, oh, she just wants his money, she's always looking for the man who has money. No, she's always looking for the man who may be able to provide more security, more stability for her. Okay. Yes, most societies say men are supposed to be provider, but you all take it to the extreme, to the max, where you think, oh, she just wants my money. That's not how that goes. One thing doesn't make another thing the truth. Wealth has always been linked to security, and women always want security. When you provide security, you present strength, you present that masculine frame, you present money as a security blanket, you will get women. You will get more women than a normal everyday person that's swinging by the seat of his pants. That's the difference between a poor man and a rich man. No, not a poor man and a rich man. A man who doesn't have a lot of money and a man who has a lot of money or doesn't have no money. That's a scenario with somebody who doesn't have money. You have to worry about how to get somewhere, where you're going to sleep, where you're going to eat, how this is going to be provided for, how to build men are going to be chasing you or not. That's the life you live with someone who is not secure. Notice I'm not trying to say a poor person. I'm trying to say a person who doesn't create stability. Because as I stated, if you made 50,000 and you owned your own home, you owned your own car, you paid your bills on time, and you provided food for that house, that's just as stable as somebody who has money. Now, a man who has money, I don't have to worry about where I eat. I don't have to worry about where I sleep. I don't have to worry about the next bill being paid. This is why women chase men who have money, because of the safety and the security. I am safe, locked behind these doors. I have a roof over my head. I'm not sleeping outside. I am not subject to the elements. I am not subject to the whims of you doing overtime or you not doing overtime. I am not subject to, if you get angry with me and I don't have backup or I don't have credit cards or I don't have some kind of financial thing in my back pocket. That's the difference between someone living with somebody who doesn't have money and somebody who does have money. You can have a low amount of money, but still be stable. So it's not a matter of how much money. It's a matter of you presenting a stable and secure house for that woman that will make her run towards you, because all women, white, black, you name it, Hispanic, they all want a man who is stable, who is financially secure. But she also has to be attracted to that person too. Don't get it twisted. Just because you have money doesn't mean I'm going to come over there and deal with you. That's why rich men get cheated on just like poor men. They all get cheated on. It's something that you did, something that you are lacking, something she doesn't want from you that makes her go and find somebody else. But 9 times out of 10, when she has that stability, she won't go anywhere. As long as you're being nice, reasonable, not calling her out of her name, not gaslighting her, not manipulating her, not using her. You have to think of the things that go along with the money. Money is just Money for women is the key into the door, is the key into the room, into the party. Looks are the key into the party for men. Okay? We have to think of the two things that we are totally separate in that regard. We will worry about looks once we get into the party. But if you have money or you have stability, that's when you have the key to the door, right? And I get it. Some men assume women prioritize financial stability over emotional connection. That's not true. There are markers that we look at first. We look at whether you're stable, whether you're competent, whether you're treating me fairly or decently. Then we go for attraction. The first thing is we got to look at the visual. We have to see, are you visually appealing? Can I live with you? Can you, some things become less important if you're stable, if you present strength. Okay. It's all a matter of subjection. That's it. You cannot just say a woman, because a man has money, she's going to put him on a stick higher than the poor guy. That it doesn't work like that. Okay. It's just a key that gets you into the room. Okay. And I get it. Past experiences, men have past experience, bad experiences. Okay. A lot of men get women attracted to them because of the money. I get it. But you cannot generalize that and make it all women. Not all women are attracted to money. Not all women want money. All women want stability. All women want to be safe. But those are two things that a man can depend on a woman needing. This is the lesson I meant to give today. When you provide safety and stability, stability. When you provide that's 50% of it right there. That's 50% of what you need in order to keep a woman. Stability. That's standing on business. That's fit, and she needs to be safe. These are the two that you need in order to get a relationship started, to have a relationship stay the way it is. My husband was he was a correctional officer when I met him, correctional officer. He was saving money, right? He was saving money. So he lived in, the prison had a dorm. The prison had a dorm where single men or single women had a room. They for some reason they had like a dorm for the officers. It was a dorm, and if you were single, you could live in that dorm and go to work. So my husband lived in that dorm, and he I guess he had to pay $10-15 a month out of his paycheck to live there, or $20 a month, or whatever. So when I met him, he lived in a dorm. He was saving money. He had paid off the car that he was driving. He had no debt. He was saving because he was saving to buy a house. He was waiting to find a wife, right? He was dating, he was doing whatever he was doing. I don't know. I never met none of my ex. I never met any of my husband exes ever. Never ran into the problem, never even thought about it. Right? So he was living in that dorm, saving money, because he told me, he was like, hey, I was waiting to find me a woman, waiting to find me somebody that I could move into. And the minute we decided that we were going to be together, and I was living at my parents' house. I had just graduated from college. I was living at my parents' house, right? And he was living in the dorm. The minute we decided we were going to live together, he came over to my house. And with my parents, whoever was there, I don't know. He handed me like $3,000. He said, find us a place to stay. Find us a home to stay in. Find us, a house or whatever. And that's what he did. He gave me that money. Back then, you could get house and all the old stuff, right, for $3,000. But he handed me $3,000 in cash, and he said, find us a place to stay, me, you, and the kids, right? Because I had 2 kids. Remember, I had 2 kids, when I met my husband. So find us a 2 bedroom, a 3 bedroom, or whatever, because my kids were real young. My kids were like 1 and 2 when I met him. And so that's what I did. So I'm saying he presented himself as a stable human being. I knew he was a stable person. He had paid off his car. He had paid off his car in 2 years. It was a nice car. It was a Ford. It was some kind of car. He paid off his car in 2 years. Uh, and he had all of this money that he had put away to get a place to stay, to do whatever. Right. And then what I did was I went out and I found us a place to stay, a beautiful, brand new place, brand new apartment, beautiful 2 bedroom, big, gigantic place. Right. And from then it was that was it. So I'm saying and he was attractive. He had the most beautiful smile I'd ever seen on a man. Right. Straight teeth, straight white teeth, everything beautiful. So he was stable. He presented himself as stable. He presented himself as safety, and I felt safe around him. I knew what he said he was going to do. That's what he did. He didn't vary. He didn't go to clubs. He didn't do any of those things. I just knew he was a stable human being. So I'm saying, I get it. In the past, you might have ran into a female that you was attracted to your money. Stop leading with your money. Stop doing that. Let the clothing and let the car, let all of these things speak for themselves. You have to present yourself, even though you got money, you have to present yourself as a safe and stable human being. Nobody wants to go over there and you got a pocket full of money, a pile of money, and you reckless with driving, you reckless with your money, you reckless with your body. No woman wants to go over there and deal with a reckless human being. That's not safety for a woman. That's not security for a woman. I think men think money is like you say abracadabra or Shazam and her clothes fall off. And she's just submissive, quiet, and all that. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Okay? Money is just the key into the door. That's all I'm telling you. Money is the key into the door. But once you get into the door, you got to act right. You got to be a decent human being. You can't cause no harm. Okay? And a lot of people don't know how to not cause harm because they're not emotionally equipped. They're not emotionally stable. And I get it. Because the past has shown you that women will come over for money, it didn't last very long, did it? Whenever a relationship is based on money, it don't ever last. So why would you want to base a long-term decision, a person to make your wife based on money? And a lot of people they prioritize financial stability. That's the reason why they prioritize money. It's because they need to be safe and they need to be stable. Okay. But that is not the main attraction for a woman. Money is never going to be the main attraction for a woman. It's going to be the key to open the door, but that's not going to make her stay. Money never makes a woman stay. Okay. Because of these platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all of these things, they glamorize that sugar daddy lifestyle. Relationships where money is the power that leads to a woman clothes falling off and all it is. I told you that means absolutely nothing. If you want to have access to sex, great. And I know that's all you think about. I know that's the man's main priority. I get it. Please hit the like button, guys. Please. We know what this is. We know what we got to do. Please hit the like button and share. We understand that this sugar daddy lifestyle is glamorized. Right now in the news, we got who is it? Neo. Neo got 4 women in a polyamorous relationship going on, and all you hear the men say, "Hey, we doing the thing, right? We doing the thing." He got 4 women, but you have to understand, Neo failed as a husband. He failed as a husband. Okay, he failed as a husband. He tried it twice and he failed at it because he could not check his libido. He could not check his libido. That's not safety to a woman. That's not security to a woman. Okay? That's not security. When a woman feels secure and safe, she ain't going nowhere. But every time she turned around, he was putting his dick in other women's hands. Ain't no safety in that. Ain't no security in that. I don't care how much money you got. Ain't no safety and security in that. That's why he failed as a husband. Stay out of the marriage lane if you know you're going to fail as a husband. If you know you're going to be a failure as a man in the marriage department, stay out of that lane. We ain't mad at you. Us women out here who want to be married, who want to have a husband, who want stability, who want to have good relationships, if you're a failure at keeping your libido in check, if you are a failure in keeping your dick out of other women's hands, don't come into the marriage arena. Don't fool the women that are over here into thinking you know what loyalty, safety, and security is, because you don't know what safety and security and loyalty means. You fail at that one aspect. We all can't be good at everything. We all ain't good at everything. All of us ain't good at a whole bunch of things, right? If you're a failure at marriage, not marriage. You're a failure at making commitment. You're a failure at checking your libido. Stay out of the marital realm. Leave the people who know how to control their libido. Leave the people who know how to control themselves to the marriage game. And the minute you think, I can't stop looking at women, but I'm going to marry her anyway because I don't want to lose her, that's when you're going to lose her. Okay? Rap culture, pop culture, they always reinforce these goofy stereotypes like Nick Cannon. I don't know how many men I have heard. I can name on one hand how many men have condemned Nick Cannon, Dick Cannon, from all them damn kids that he got. I condemned what's his name, Future, for all them damn kids he got. Yet and still, we always hollering in the black community, Hispanic community, oh, we got to do marital things. We got to do the marriage thing. Shaming women because they have sex. Not shaming the men because they have sex, but shaming the women. Long as we still have that same dynamic and you all don't know how to call out people like Dick Cannon and Future for the degeneracy that they're doing, don't talk to me about stability and security. That's not stability. Money does not mean stability. It is the person. It is the person's personality. It's the person's drive to be a better person that makes them safe and stable for marriage and a relationship. Okay. Ego. Some men view money as a way to have control over relationships. You ain't never gonna control another human being. I don't care how much money you got. For example, you can have $1 million in the bank, $1 billion in the bank. I'm only gonna do what you tell me to do for so long. Specifically, if I'm not getting treated correctly. I'm only gonna do it for so long. I'm gonna do it until my need to help myself or get myself on a better field is presented. Once I'm on a better field, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing, and you're a billionaire. Nothing. And that's with most women. That's why those relationships don't last, because money only gonna go so long. You're only gonna have access to my body for so long. But I'm gonna get the advantage first. Women always do. Women always do, because you want to have pussy on tap. Most men do, even rich men. I can get her. Just because you got money don't mean you can keep her, right? You got to do more than that. Please hit the like button coming in. Everybody knows what it is. Please hit the like button. Okay? We can do this. Please hit the like button. So I'm saying people struggle to be vulnerable, to be nice, to be a good human being, even when they got money. I don't understand why that's a struggle. I don't understand why doing the right thing for people is a struggle. Just don't do no harm. Don't do no harm. And provide a safe place for a woman. You got money. Money is the way into the room. Money is the key into the room, but it don't keep you in the room. Other things got to keep you in the room. And if you got money and you're an asshole, you ain't going to stay in that room with those beautiful women very long. Please hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button. Hey, Poppy. Women want safety and stability. Money represents safety and stability to women. That's why they run towards it. It has nothing to do with getting the good things in life. Some women, that's initially what they see. But what it really means, and I'm a woman and I'm telling you this, and I've been on the planet long enough to know women to run towards money because they want safety and stability. They need it. They need that. That's it. If you understand women, this is the one fact I can teach the men. Women run towards your money because they want to be safe and they want stability. Okay. And these kind of relationships, once you get her, the emotional connection, the mutual respect, and the shared values is what's going to keep her there. The money ain't going to keep her there. Those three things are going to keep her there. Emotional connection, mutual respect, and shared values is going to keep her there. Okay? And just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean that you deserve more than the next man or more than the poor man. No one deserves anything other than what comes to them. If you're a man that's poor and you present safety and security for that woman, you're going to be able to keep that woman quicker than a man who doesn't care about her safety and her security or her feelings or have mutual respect for that woman. You're going to be able to do that. Even if you make $50,000, you can be safety and security for a woman. Even if you make $50,000 or $60,000, just present yourself as the better option. I'm safety. I'm security. I have this money, but I have safety and security. You don't have to worry about a bill. You don't have to worry about somebody coming to the door. You don't have to worry about the locks on the door. You don't have to worry about your children. I will protect your children and you. Morning, DJ. So I'm saying money is great. Every person wants it. Every woman may run towards it, but it means safety and security, not just for good things, not for, I have always been lucky enough where my husband made enough money. My husband made, a lot of money, enough money. He started when I met him, he was making like 70, 80K, and he was saving money because he lived in the prison dorms, because they had dorms on the prison, on the farm, the prison farm, and they had dorms and he lived there. So he had the money to save. So he was always that type person. So I looked at him as stable, security. I had 2 children that I had to drag into a situation that I knew I had to have stability for them too. If I didn't have anything else, I had to have somebody who was stable. And he proved himself to be that way, consistently showing up when he said he was going to show up, doing the things that he said he was going to do, being the man that he was, doing the things he said, and then following through on them. He would, on his paydays, he would come over and he'd probably give me $100 or whatever. Back then it was a lot of money, but he'd probably give me $100 or whatever, and he'd say, buy the kids whatever they need. These are not his kids. Buy the kids whatever they need. He wouldn't even give me money. It wasn't about me. When he came to me and he decided that he was going to do that for my children, that solidified in me that he was a person that I could depend on, that he was a man that was going to be stable, that he was going to be secure. He had money, but I knew he was going to do the right thing with the money. And over time, that put me in the frame of mind, okay, I can depend on this man. Even though he has money, I can depend on this man to be stable for my children, stable for me. I didn't have to worry about somebody kicking the door in. I didn't have to worry about somebody coming to the house and taking the car because we couldn't pay for it, right? That was convincing me over time, even though he had money, that he was the right person for me. Okay. Just because you have money doesn't convince a woman to come over there. That is the key to the door. Once you get inside the door, once he gets inside the door with his money, with his looks, with his humor, with his whatever, because every man has a different key to the door. Every man has a different key to the to a woman's door. All women have different types of keys, depending. You having money won't get you in my door. You presenting yourself as a stable alternative will get you in my door. Money may get you in tyranny's door. Money may get you in healism's door. You know, it depends on the woman, what will get you in her door. Okay. Now, money doesn't always work, but it works for a lot of women because it presents safety and stability. I don't have to worry about where I'm sleeping. I don't have to worry about my car note. I don't have to worry about the lights going off. I don't have to worry about food. That's what money presents. I'm saying abracadabra, because you have money and say the word abracadabra doesn't mean the panties are going to fall. That's not how that works. A lot of people think that's how it works, but that's not how that works. Okay. But you also have to go in that door and be a good, decent human being, want to have a connection. Okay. It depends. Right. To heal it, parenting skills. It's the key. What is your key? You have to figure out as a woman and as a man, what is your key that opens you up? It's safety. Any dating website that you go on, and I am on that dating website, the first two things I say is you have to make me feel safe and you have to make me feel wanted. If you cannot make me feel safe and you cannot make me feel wanted, don't try. So those are my keys. Okay. Other women have different keys. Money is not always the key. I just want men to understand that, because men say, well, money will make the panties drop. But in her mind, we have been programmed. We women have been programmed to look at money as to look for money because it equals stability and safety. But sometimes it doesn't. It's the other things after that key gets turned. After your key is turned, what makes her stay there? Okay. It's not attraction. Money is not attraction. That's why younger women who get involved with older men, because older men are paying bills, that's why that attraction is not there. Because I'm saying women get pregnant because of other things. Money is not the stability. Money is the stability. Money is the key for some women, not all women. Okay. Blanco. Money is not the key. They have other things that they find more important than money. That's all. But we all seek that stability. We all seek that safety. Most women do. That's the ideal situation, is all men present safety and security, but not all men do present safety and security. And we can't help it if attraction may be your key. Sex may be your key. Men's key is women's look. Men's key is women's look. Okay? Women do the same. Women, it's the same thing with women. Why y'all mad at the women for that? Okay? Your key is women's attraction. Women's key may be money. Women's key may be attraction. Women's key may be whatever. So if money ain't y'all's key, if money ain't men's key to the dance, to the door, then why would you worry about whether your money is the key to our door? Money is because money is not the key to our doors, not all of our doors, right? It depends on what you feel safety and security is. That's all. Like I said, safety for me is different. Money is not safety for me because I have my own money. Okay. That's right. Money can't be the only because women leave men who got money all the time. And then attraction is more complex than just financial status. It just is. Okay. Attraction is just that's totally different. Intelligence, personality, connect values, all of that plays a part in why a woman will stay, why a woman will go over there. Okay. Why a woman will emotionally invest in relationships that may or may not be good for her. She may have a warped sense of whatever. I don't know. Nobody can tell why a person goes over where they go over. But I'm saying to reduce all women to money, you can't do that because I'm not driven by money. Even when I was poor, I wasn't driven by money because as a child, I read books about marriage and relationships when I was a kid. People would come to my door. I was about 13, 14. People come to my parents' door and be like, is HQ coming out? Is HQ coming out to play? No, she's upstairs reading. She's reading. And I'd be reading about relationships, being in love, marriage, right? So I already had the priority that money was not going to bring me happiness. I had to have some other kind of key to my door. Okay. And for some reason, my husband understood that concerning himself about my children, the children and not me, was the key to me. I'm going to care about your children. I care about you too, but I'm going to make sure that you know that I care about your children too. And that helped win me over. Had nothing to do with money, had nothing to do with any of those things. Once I felt my children were safe, they could be safe with this man. Once I realized my children could be safe with this man who was not their father, that's when he pulled me into the door and I invested, right? So it depends on the woman. It depends on what her priorities are. It depends on what she finds important. And money is not important to a lot of women. You got to you got to look inside yourself and ask you what's important to you. I get it. Looks may be important. They may be number one. I get all of that. Because attraction, first, I got to be distracted by you. I got to be able to look at you. I got to look at you in your direction and see you. I have to see you first. If I don't see you and you're just like part of the landscape, why would I even deal with you? So attraction, I get it. Attraction is number one. Attraction is it. Okay. But what's going to keep me there, what's going to get me through the door is how you treat or you do certain things. And money, you could throw as much money as you want to some women, and they will never bat an eye and look in your direction. Okay. And I'm saying this is what prompted this impromptu for people to say, please hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button. Share the stream. This series is the wife stream, the wife code stream. Please share the wife code stream. So this is what I'm saying in terms of marriage and relationship. You want good relationships. You want to figure out what makes women tick, what makes women move the way they move. It's not the money. Money is some women's key, but not all of our keys. Because every human being has a different key. Tell me I'm lying. Just take this for example for the men. When you get a woman and she's fine, She's fine as hell. That ain't gonna keep her in your house, is it? That's not gonna keep her in your bed, is it? That ain't gonna keep her around, is it? What's gonna keep her around? What's gonna make you say, wait a minute, I think I can rock with this chick? It's something that she presents. Whatever she presents is your key. Because the attraction is the initial thing. Attraction brings you to the building. The attraction brings you to the setting, brings you to the venue. It brings you there. It don't get you through the door. What gets you through the door is whatever makes you keep that woman around. What is it that make you keep her around? Yeah, I can tell she's a nice girl. I can tell she ain't for the streets. I can tell blah, blah, blah. You understand what I'm saying? Attraction is the venue. Attraction gets you there to the door. But what opens the door is what makes you keep that person around. Why would I stay? Safety, security. This man I married made me feel safe about him being around my children. That's what my key was. I felt that my children were safe around this person who presented safety and stability. For 30 odd years, that man was consistent in what he said, consistent in what he did. If you got an ass whooping, you got an ass whooping. If you couldn't go, she can't go. If you do this, you can't do this. He was consistent across the board. That's it. All people are treated the same. All older people, old folks, he'd go down the street and he would help older people. You know, they had groceries out. He'd go do that. I told y'all about the story, right? My husband would see the poor kids walking, right? And he knew the parents were, they weren't the best parents. My husband would make them food that they could take home to eat till their parents got home and they could eat. And maybe that was the only meal they had. My husband would do that. He would be standing outside on the sidewalk because he worked midnights. And he'd be up by 3 p.m. because the kids would get off the bus at 3 p.m. And he would be standing out there with sandwiches for the kids in the neighborhood because he knew some of them probably didn't have food when they got home until maybe their parents got home or whatever. That's the kind of man I married, right? I'm saying show your real self to people because sometimes you never know. I knew that he was a decent human being. I knew that because I just knew that because the way he talked, the way he helped older people in the store, the way he went and got buggies for older people in the store, the way he would reach up on the shelf and get stuff for older, people. I knew he was a good person. And when I came home and I saw him giving food out to these kids, I was like, why are you giving our food out, bro? We broke too. We ain't got no money either, bro. He was like, they got more. We got more than they do. He said, it don't make a difference. I'm making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. At least they ain't gonna starve. Right? So I'm saying there's good people out there. Just hold tight to that. There's good people out there. And money is not always the attract. You can have money. Don't be afraid to say, I got money. But make sure that your other qualities get you in the door. Your other quality get you in the door because you're not trying to do harm. You're trying not to get hurt. But sometimes you gotta express yourself or exert yourself because sometimes the reward is better. I had to make sure that this person would be a good person for my children. To hell with what I wanted, because I got a good person despite what I was looking for, right? I was looking for a father for my children. I was looking for a human being that would treat my children right. And this person showed me that. That person read me and said, I have to show her that I concern myself about her children in order for me to get through that door. And that's what he did. And I never lost, he never or betrayed my trust, because I knew it was always that he cared about kids. He cared about human beings. That was just the way he was. He was a hard man. Don't get me wrong. He was a hard man. He was a correction officer. He was a captain, a lieutenant. He was he whooped ass and took names in prison. He did that. That's what he did. So he was a hard man. He wasn't a soft man. He wasn't a simp or anything else. So I'm saying that's got to get you through the door. A good person has to get you, that goodness of yourself has to get you through the door. Money is great. Money brings you to the building. Money brings you to the venue. Money brings you to the door. It doesn't get you through the door. Other things have to do that. And you just got to figure out what that key is to that woman, to that man, that even when you have money or you don't have money, there's something that will get you through that door. And once you get through that door, don't exploit it. Don't be an asshole. Be decent about it. Okay? You all hit the like button. You all hit the like button. And this is another impromptu by HQ. And I thank you for listening. I thank you guys for listening and being here. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Walker. Thank you, Mr. Walker, for the $3 super sticker. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Please hit the like button. Please share for this marriage series and this life lesson. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.